Did you not hear her? It's the Cosplay Competition of Overload 2023! And oh my god, can I explain how violently excited I am that Overload is 2 days for the first time in a very long time. Who's going to be here tomorrow on Sunday? That's what I wanted to hear. Alright, so you know last year how I yelled at you all about like, come enter please, why aren't you all entering? Get your little butts up on stage and please enter. You heard my cries. And there were 16 entries this year, which means I have been violently time limited in my ramblings of each of the cosplayers. So the lovely judges will be yelling at me often. It might seem a bit rushed, but we have 15 entries. One unfortunately pulled out. We always emphasise people's stress levels and sanity with this competition. So if you do enter and you do get stressed, there is never any pressure to get on this stage. We love you, we want your sanity more than your tired desperation on the day. So we'll go through with who we each are. I'm Sparky Cosplays, also known as Courtney. I'm my round Courtney, also known as Sparky Cosplays. I've been cosplaying for nearly, I think it's 15 years. I'm getting so old, guys. I'm turning 30 this year and I'm still playing dress up. I've won a bunch of awards. I'm awesome. We'll go to the next.
I'm Shawnee, also known as PI Cosplay. I've also been cosplaying for 15 years. Won this competition a couple of times, a few times I didn't get in, basically. On stage we've got a bunch of experience, and Alex is the most experienced of us all, but I'll let her introduce herself.
I am Alex from Rocket Fuel Cosplay, and I've been cosplaying for 19 years. I've won a good few awards, but now I'm judging this wonderful competition. This will be my 4th year, so very excited to show everyone who's entered to you guys.
We love our judges. We are missing the unfortunate, we are unfortunately missing Rowan this year. Due to work commitments, so our thoughts and love and prayers go out to Rowan. She will be here tomorrow. So the way we judge this competition, there are 2 categories. There is construction only, where we just judge you on what you are wearing. There is also the construction and skit category, where we judge you 50-50. So 50% of your score comes from what you have made and what you are wearing, and the other 50% comes from the skit you perform. This year we have 4 skits, so you're in for a treat, my dear friends. We take 1 winner from the skit category, and then the remaining 4 contestants who did enter the skit, we pop them down to construction only, so they have an additional chance to get an award, because it's not fair to do all that effort and then get yeeted out. Yes, we judge in construction in 3 separate parts. We judge it in accuracy, how accurately did you create your cosplay to the character. We judge on construction, how beautifully made you have made this cosplay, and then we judge on detailing. So all that extra little jazzy stuff that I really love. And without further ado, our first competitor is Snodcos cosplaying Snow Miku from 2023 Vocaloid. Woo! Alrighty, remember this is a speed round. We have 15 contestants to get through, and I'm a horrible waffler, so I will be getting dirty eyes from the sideline. To start with, the bonnet, so beautifully shaped, had to be redone as it was given pointy vibes, and we hate that. So the effort was put into to get that the beautiful, lovely shape that it is. All of the charms are handmade polymer clay. The wig was ombre dyed pink at the tips, and it beautifully blends into the blue. You cannot see the blend. All of the beautiful little sparkly snowflakes you see on were cricket cut and ironed on. It gives it's awesome how like in some angles they're invisible, and then once the light catches them, it's like pow, snowflake. There were patience in top stitching the sleeve with snowflakes, as if she rushed too far, her machine had a little fit and would skip stitches. So this was a big test of patience, and like slowly wins the game. The bows are attached to the socks. Yes, all the ribbon detailing and whatnot on the shoes, instead of being stuck to the shoe itself, are stuck to the socks underneath. That way they don't move around and they're not a reliant bit on ruining beautiful shoes. The bows are interfaced for stability. If you just leave your bows with 2 layers of fabric, you will get floppy bows. Nobody loves a floppy bow. There is interfacing all the bows, and the ones in the front and the back additionally have batting in them to make them cute and puffy. There is yarn embroidery. I love me some embroidery, and I've gotten far too many of you into embroidery, and there are many contestants today who have also fallen into the embroidery, and I'll get the look. It's beautiful yarn embroidery. Everything is lined. Everything is beautifully lined, and Snodcos is most proud of the scallop trim and the effort put into it. This is the first time they did basting, which is where you tack something down first to get it perfect, and then you sew it on top so everything is lovely. Big round of applause for Snodcos and peak photos. Beautiful. Next up we have Yo, cosplaying Sigma from Bungou Stray Dogs. Woo! Now, your first cosplay should be falling apart at the seams, stuck together with hot glue and safety pins from here to beyond. This is a first cosplay that makes me so mad. It is so beautifully made. It's every little hem, every little stitch, and it makes me angry. This is also their first comp, so gotcha, sucker. 20 hours, 2,190 hand sewn and individually knotted beads are on the inside of this coat. Why would you individually knot a bead, you ask me? Because you do it in a group of 10, one bead falls off, the whole 10 fall off. So there's additional stability to put into each of these beads to make sure if one falls off, that's the only bastard that's going anywhere. That is a completely made pattern for the jacket. Handmade bias around the jacket going for a whole 10 meters. Everything is fully lined. They hand split the wig, put an extra wig from the wig that they split, and curled the cute kinks that go all the way around. They're actual buttonholes. It's not just a sneaky button glued on the front and then snapped like a bunch of us lazy lovelies love to do. They're fully functioning buttons and buttonholes. We have the hell of collars and learning how to do a collar and do it properly. Don't look too close to mine. Look at this beautiful example over here. We learned how to do darts for tailoring on the back of the coat with this one. We've got a double rolled hem on the pants to get everything all beautiful and nice. And they are most proud of the beads. Bless 3 seasons of South Park for entertaining them whilst they made this. Absolutely incredible. Massive round of applause. Next up to stage, we have Teal Sam cosplaying, oh god, Mystogan from Fairy Tail. We'll start off with the staff, made of lovely bamboo for lightweight goodness. To keep that fan on the top, there is wire going through the top of the staff and back into the top of the staff into the fan to make sure everything is as light and as sturdy as possible. That bad boy ain't falling out anywhere. There are magnets on the cape at the shoulders to keep it perfectly in place, so the beautiful tailoring is shown everywhere. Here we go. There is a oodles of poodles with extra noodles worth of patterns and pattern drafting to get the pants exactly as they are. So each leg is individual on the front, and then the strap comes up and around and over, and it's held together with like physics and like a bit of magic. It's the free hanging of these pants. The only thing that's keeping them up are the green straps that go down. Ooh, where are we? I got too excited. The grey panels you see on the bodysuit are individually hand sewn on due to 2 different types of stretch materials being used, and those creating an absolute sewing machine nightmare hell. So it would be hand sew a little bit, repin, hand sew a little bit, repin, I got a hand sew a little bit, repin. It was endless in the attention to detail and how straight they are as a testament to the skill that goes behind this. Hand-sewn hems on the cape as well to get everything all beautiful and flowy. This is the first fully styled wig they have done, using a lovely heat gun to seal in those spikes so they don't go nowhere. The face paint on their face is hand mixed, like 3 different colours I believe were used to get the perfect shade of brown. The jandals were not brown originally, these bad boys are spray painted. Turns out it's hard to find brown jandals. The lining of the cape is separate at the bottom for those burn vibes, so it gives you like a moving duality as they move around. And once again, this is a first time entry into a competition, and I am mad! Again, those legs, there's foam inside it, it's fully lined on the inside. What the stripes you see on the outside, they went and took the effort of putting the stripes on the inside as well. And it's horrific. Oh, I'm getting yelled at. Okay, get out of here. Wait, post photos and then get out of here. Next up we have Paper Dragon cosplaying Rogue from Fairy Tail. Woo! Alright, so give us your crosses. Yeah, here we go. Each cross on here is hand stitched in place to avoid a top stitched effect to look. So the red was top stitched to the yellow, and the yellow was then top stitched onto the black coat itself. That's what gives it its like, doesn't look like there's stitches because unfortunately hand sewing was involved and that takes oodles of time. It is completely fully lined. There is the fabric chosen for the coat was specifically chosen to get a dragon scale-like effect. It's very swishy. This is the first armour they've tried with the leggies, and they did amazing. They used the old glad wrap pattern technique where you wrap that bit of your body in glad wrap, put tape over it, draw your lines, you've got an amazing pattern that instantly fits your body. We went for messy wig vibes because the character is messy, so it was a lovely styling job that keeps getting better throughout the day. This is the first time they've contoured their face specifically in a masculine way to give a more masculine effect to the character. There is a clean hem on that cape. It's incredibly hard when you line a cape to make sure that the lining underneath and the the lining underneath and the cape on the top don't shift around a bunch, and you can see the lining under the back, and then from the front it looks uneven. So this is a beautifully hemmed. It's a very tricky thing to do. The pants have been top stitched on the sides. You can't see those details. The fact that it was done blew us away. And then we've got embroidery. Second attempt at embroidery, first successful time with a backstitch, satin stitch and stabilising layer underneath. If you know, you know. Amazing, incredible. Please pose for your photos and woo! Shawnee, can I have my drink bottle? Shawnee, can I have my drink bottle, please? Alrighty, next up we have Tsun cosplaying Rollo from Twisted Wonderland. Woo! Do your poses now for photos while I rehydrate. To say we were excited to see this entry is an understatement. Misters, this is another first fully made cosplay and first competition as well. Oh, I was so mad. Oh. We're going to start with the hand-painted detailing along the purple belt that goes all the way around. They then made a vinyl stamp for all the gold detailing on the back, so they could get it even every time. So paint the stamp, stamp it on, paint the stamp, stamp it on. Very smart and time-wise, I would not have thought of it. The back of the wig is a spliced wig, so the back has like a flocking effect underneath it that they created and then had to stitch together. Hold on, hold on. Tilt forward, tilt your head forward. Yeah, there we go. There's a flocking effect in the back because of that shaved effect. Alrighty. There's denim in the belt, so within that purple belt there's a denim layer on the inside to give it the stability it needed, along with weight, so it looks expansive. Everything is also fully lined. There is resin work on the jewels. Oh no, we've accidentally had a pen thing on my... Alright, we're good. Oh no. No, I'm just drawing all over my notes. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. There is resin work on the details. Yeah, this is their first fully sewn cosplay. They had to buy a sewing machine and learn how to sew for this. It makes me so mad. There is foam clay everywhere, and all the details on the star and along the costume. The first time we foam clay? Yeah, it was first bloody time again. Making a foam clay. All the attention to details. The buttonholes are functional. Oh god, where am I? Hand-stitched ribbons and cape. So all of the purple and the red that you see has been hand-sewed on. There's wire wrapping on the shoes to give like a wicked metal effect going on. The bells. All those bells jingle. All the flowers are handmade, mostly from foam. And there's the handkerchief. Oh, I had to make that note. This is just for the emotional. Oh goodness, it's actually you blew us away. It made me so mad. There's so much attention to detail, so much effort. They redid things when things didn't work out. There's a lot of love put in this cosplay, and we really appreciate your effort. Massive round of applause. Alrighty, next up we have ErenJeagersFlyingHead cosplaying Kaito from Wonderland's Showtime from Project SEKAI. Woo! We'll start with the stars inside the coat. There's details you didn't even know were in there. The coat is fully lined. The stars on the sleeves are hand sewn. All the other stars are machine sewn on with the coat, along with the, it's the gold stuff I'm talking around on the outside, sorry, incomplete notes. All of the gold ribbon has been either hand or machine sewed on to get that perfect look. If you look at the shirt and the pants, you'll see a weird shimmering effect. This was achieved with eyeshadow. It came out really cool. It gives it almost like a sparkly look. Along with the eyeshadow details on your little shoulder capelet. Oh yeah, this is another first fully made bloody cosplay. They learned how to use a sewing machine as well for this costume. The effort is just out as well. And again, it should be hot glue and falling apart, people. Look beautiful. They made the headset out of foam and recycled the headset for the mic that comes down. There's hand-stitched machine stitch trim, like I mentioned before. Let's say it again because it's awesome. They had to alter the pattern for accuracy. So there was a pattern used for the, what's that word? Coat. There was a pattern used for the coat and it had to be altered so that it was beautifully accurate. Oh, the bloody buttons on this are all functional. It's a double-breasted coat and everything is buttonholed. Oh, it made me so mad. Again, they're not just glued on and snap closures. Those are all functioning buttons. You've done an absolutely amazing job. Oh, you can spin. Give a spin, please. Just absolutely incredible. Please post your photos. Alrighty, next up we have PetalParks cosplaying Flora from Project SEKAI. It's not a first cosplay, but it's a bloody second cosplay. Your second one is where you should upgrade from like hot glue to like some maybe a bit of sewing. This is one of the most beautifully made cosplays I've ever seen in my life. Every hem and every stitch is beautiful and precise. Everything's been paid attention to. They've gone out of their way to make stuff as beautiful and as effortless looking as possible. When something looks effortless, it means there was too much effort put into it. It's crazy. Everything is fully lined. Its lining does not peel forward. So what I mean by that is on stuff like this, if you can't see red from the front, then it's not peeling forward. So they've beautifully and very accurately lined everything so that it sits beautifully and perfectly. Handmade polymer clay earrings along with a snap closures on everything. Everything sticks together with the snap closures. The skirt is separate to the dress. The flowers are 2 layers. All the flowers you see on this are 2 layers of felt and then hand sewn edges. So all of the little edging on all of these flowers are hand sewn on. It looks like a machine stitch. That's how precise and beautiful they were done. They use lining for elastic channels in the sleeves. The lining between the sleeve and the lining and the sleeve itself, there's a channel in there that they put elastic through so it beautifully sat. It was a very ingenious way to do it. Everything was hand patterned in skirt and tails. There was a bodice pattern that was used, but it was Frankensteined violently to make it look so gorgeous, with halter patterns and other bodice tops. Very clear straps to make sure everything stays where it's meant to stay. Sets are hand sewn to the top layer and then the lining was added underneath so that you don't see any of the stitches coming through on the lining. They're all hidden. They are most proud of all the jewellery that they made. And again, the bloody second cosplay, it's not fair. Big round of applause. Thanks so much. Alrighty, next up we have Boxstara cosplaying Reze from Reze the Bond. Oh my gosh, Reze the Bomb Devil from Chainsaw Man! This helmet is one of the coolest things ever. So the way they've constructed it is with every tiny head movement. It almost gives off a different emotion. And it's a motionless helmet, so I don't know the hell how they did it. It's absolutely gorgeous. They can see through it too, through the vent in the front and through the eye holes on the side. They have a bit of field of front vision and a bit of peripheral, so no sneaking up, they'll see you. For the helmet, free yourself, it's alright. For the helmet, a floor mat, a foam floor mat was used with the thick stuff and a high density foam on top for the detailing. Rub and buff weathering, we love it. We love a bit of weathering, especially because a lot of attention and emphasis was made because this character literally explodes all the time, so we wanted that to reflect within the weathering and the detailing. There's an emphasis on movement of pieces. All the good stuff in the front, for starters, is made by Paul Noodles, which is awesome. It moves, all the poses, it's completely posable. There are black straps underneath connecting everything, but where they line up with the costume, they almost go invisible. It's insane. So it gives this weird floating effect, we loved it. There are cherry bomb details in the shoes, customised shorts. This was a scrap build. No pieces were bought, everything was either upcycled or recycled from stuff they already had. And this was their Conquering Fear of Foam challenge. They weren't maybe the most confident in foam work, but I think now you can like add that to the repertoire. It's absolutely insane. Alright, I think those photos. Next up, we have burntjam cosplaying Rio Kikyo from, oh, that's a word, Argonavis Project. Alrighty, there's a lot of this one, sorry. The bias was handmade. So there's bias around the sleeves, that was all handmade. If you've never made bias before, it's like you fold in half and then you fold those edges inwards in half again, and it means you can hide the seams of your hands under beautiful detailing, stop fraying as well. So beautiful handmade bias. This is the first time they did placards on the sleeves, and they were an absolute nightmare, but the effect is incredible and amazing. They had to alter the pattern for the coat to make it accurate and to fit beautifully and snug. It also accounted for all the panels and detailing within. They've had some made from an existing pair of pants, so they have a beautifully pair of fitting pants. They made a pattern from that, and now they have the most beautiful pants whenever they cosplay. It's got a working flying button. If you've never made one of those before, they are horribly difficult, so it's like big appreciation here for good working fly. I've got elasticated pants, so that should say something. There is Velcro to secure the belt from moving and flying around. Hooks and eyes for the vest to keep everything together. The embroidery. We have been blessed with chain stitches, French knots, back stitches, and a tulip stitch. Can you guys please get into the embroidery game? It's my absolute favourite. The trim is all hand stitched on so that it can sit beautifully and perfectly in place. When you turn corners and things, it gets a bit hard with machines, so that's where good old hand stitching comes into play. There's a dip dye gradient on the front of the jacket. They had to learn new techniques all throughout this cosplay, so it's been an amazing time for them in learning this. The cotton sateen on the coat was specifically chosen for the slight sheen it gives when stage lights hit it, and it permanently holds its pleats in the front, which was really awesome. And they are most proud of their embroidery as they also use stabilising fabric underneath. We love the effort. Big round of applause! Ready? Next up, warning, you're about to get a cuteness overload. This is our first junior cosplay contestant at the lovely age of 9. Come on up! We have Romee, cosplaying Klee from Genshin. This was a wicked passion project for both her and her mum. They both made this one together. Romee, we're going to start with the plush. Romee picked out all the fabric, told mum where to glue and what to glue, and they also added all of the black detailing on their plushie and stapled their little glittery hearts and things. All of the black detailing that you see on this costume was done by Romee themselves, so they've gotten their hand in and done an amazing work and stuff. They made the backpack. Give us a spin. Woo! Yeah, there you go. They fully made the backpack themselves. They made it from 2 boxes and then hand painted everything as well. Do you have your book? Where's your book? Do you have your book? No, the book's gone. There was a beautifully made book. It was made of cardboard and then completely hand painted and hand drawn, and it had a cool floating little emoticon in the middle. Imagine the cuteness. It's cuter than what you imagined. You made the hat completely yourself as well. So the inside of the hat and the structure on it has paper, and then all of the fabric you glued on top of it yourself, and you cut out all the detailing yourself, and you glued it on yourself, and it was like one of the most detailed things on there, and they've made it themselves, and it's so cute. And the little flowers on their boots, They had the ingenious idea themselves to glue cardboard underneath it so that the flowers would never flop over. It's absolutely awesome. And they were, all the pom-poms you've seen on were a poor toy that was decapitated and dead-legged, and we love recycling, and they still keep the toy, and now it's a seal. It's no longer a bear, it's a seal. That's really awesome. They also have a couple character lines that they want to say as well.
I am Spretnik Klee of the Knights of Favonius, reporting for duty. And I'm not good at remembering things, but anyway, Fiona is the best. Once I heard her say, and she said, I will destroy the wine industry of Mondstadt. What's a wine industry though? Anyway, I'm gonna help her with my bombs.
I think you get it. We were so stoked to see her show up. And the fact that she's only 9 and did so much of this cosplay with her mum. And like, sucks to be you, mum, because now you've got a tiny cosplayer and it's only going to be another 30 years of this if all of us are here to prove it. Absolutely amazing job. Yeah! So good! And next up we have Satsuki and Ryuko. Cosplaying Ryuko Matoi and Satsuki. Oh my gosh, Kiyui from Kill la Kill! Woo! This one. They shove lights everywhere they can put them. There are lights underneath the skirts, in the vents. If you guys do it 360, you'll see, like, look for lights, you'll find lights. Absolutely awesome. They made all of their own 3D printing files, except for one of the swords, which were then heavily altered anyway. Everything is done with either plastic or resin printing. Plastic in places where they wanted things to be incredibly light, resin where they needed specific stability. The ingenuity to know where to put things and where to not put things. Both swords are like featherweight, it's ridiculous. They look heavy. There's a lot of engineering that's been put into it. They learned the wonders of industrial Velcro attachments. We're upgrading from just good old regular Velcro. It means that nothing moves and everything is secure, and it was first glued on and then hand sewn in place. Along the way, vinyl, oh no, they're children. Vinyl is a very horrible thing to sew. It's an even more horrible thing to put glue on. Every colour, every type of vinyl, and every glue reacts differently with each other. So a lot of this was like, oh yep, this glue will be sweet. No. Another will be sweet. No. Oh, this one sucks in hot weather and humidity. Oh crap. So there was a lot of like work and effort and engineering done to get the vinyl to be where it needs to be. It was also mostly hand sewn because machines hate vinyl. I can't express enough how much vinyl sucks and it's such a crappy product to work with. But the fact that they've made it look so beautiful and so flawless and so effortless is just a testament to the skill that was put into the vinyl. They love vinyl and a lot of their cosplays feature vinyl because of the beautiful light effects it gives. Where are we? Glad wrap techniques were used for patterns in certain areas. Again, that's where you glad wrap, tape, draw on it, then you get a beautifully form-fitting pattern. They also used 3D modelling techniques for the foam pattern. So they'd make the 3D model file and then trace over it on the computer, and then you'd get a beautifully made foam pattern that you don't need to like try out multiple times because you've already got something on the computer that tells you where pressure points are going to be, where things won't be stable. It was just, I've never heard of anybody doing that for foam before, so it was such a massive feat of engineering. They're most proud of the fact that there's tension keeping everything together and the fact that it isn't saggy. A lot of the stuff on here is like gravity defying, and it's the tension of the vinyl itself that's keeping it that way, and it's literally engineering in cosplay. They are also proud of the amount of sewing done, and the functional fly on the pants as well, by the way. Yeah, these two are absolutely incredible, and like, thank you for blessing us on our stage, guys. Big round of applause! Oh, by the way, there's like velvet on the inside of the sword thing, so the sword gets polished every time it goes in and out of the hill. Alrighty, and now we get into the awesome skit portion of the competition! Woo! Our first skit is done by Moxie Cos, cosplaying Legoshi from Beastars!
Hey, thanks for letting me sit on your backpack. I'm at the perfect height now.
Really? Great. Dear God, I'm feeling such guilt right now. So much has happened recently, and I thought I could have gotten past this, but that's not true at all. Huh? I thought I was moving forward, but I'm exactly where I was. How embarrassing. Not one thing has changed, because I can't even ask a girl her name.
This is delicious.
How do you ask someone their name? Why do I need to know her name? Why does a wolf need to ask a rabbit for their name? What is a name anyway?
Listen, I don't know what's going on with you, but cheer up, will ya? Eat your food. He won't grow if you don't.
Oh, I forgot about the food.
I'm so not excited for midterms. History is my worst subject.
Her voice. It sounds like a lonely child. It's an unusual voice. I wonder if she'll actually respond if I were to ask her.
Woo! Round of applause, guys! Alrighty, so Moxie Claus, we have a tail in the back that is made from piping and then wrapped in a mystery fabric, wasn't it? Yeah. Turn around so you can show them your tail. It's wrapped in a mystery fabric and then hand-painted to get the awesome effect. To stop the pipe from digging into their back, they've got like a little cushion at the back of it for comfort and then covered with an awesome grey covering. They made the ears originally in 2D, but once they put them on, they're like, nah, bro, we're going to go 3D with this. So there are two headbands on the wig to secure the ears in place and give them an awesome 3D effect, along with little fluff batting on the back of it to give it a cute fluffy fur look is what I wrote. They styled the wig themselves, and it took a lot of time, 2 tries, because their dog got involved and ruined the first attempt, but it ended up being a good thing because the second attempt they improved a lot and learned from the first time, so it was a blessing in disguise. This is the second made cosplay that they have made, and they are most proud of how they managed to put it all together within the time frame that they had set for themselves due to moving and life and all the good stuff that comes with it. Congratulations, you look amazing! Alrighty, next up we have Chaos Cosplay, cosplaying Bulbasaur from the Hannah Alexander fan art version from Pokemon! What was that? Hold me fast.
It's Bulbasaur!
This is finally it. Today is the day. I've been looking forward to this for the longest time. I'm just so excited to meet my Pokemon trainer companion. I wonder what their name will be, or if they're a boy or a girl or another gender identity.
Yeah!
I've been strengthening my vine whip, and my razor leaves are super sharp. Here comes the first trainer now. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be surprised Charmander was chosen first. He's always been so popular. Alright, this is the one. I can feel it. Okay, that's a little disappointing. I've beaten Squirtle in every training battle, so I guess I'm a little confused here. Oh well. This one, for sure. Time to meet my new best friend. Pikachu? She doesn't even go here! What about you? You look like someone who enjoys adventures. Will you come on a Pokemon journey with me? Thank you! I'll go grab some potions and Pokeballs for us. Together we're gonna be the very best like no one ever was.
We love you, Bulbasaur! Alrighty, so the absolutely wicked thing about this cosplay, it was originally made back in 2017, has been worn to way too many conventions, and looks like it was only finished yesterday. Chaos really goes through like putting emphasis on making their cosplays last, and this is a testament to it. It originally took about roughly 7 months to make, awaiting a con to allow both. They specifically made it for a competition, but at the time, no competitions allowed fan art to enter, nor did it also courtiers too many accolades going on to enter other competitions. Detailing around the bottom of the dress is hand painted on. They made a stencil and then just rinse repeated. There is also a ombre effect going on within the detailing, again all hand done. They had to hand dye the gradient on the skirt, and this is one of the most flawless gradients I've ever seen. You can't tell where one colour starts and the other ends, and due to the length of the fabric panels that they dyed, they had to do it outside in a metal tub over a camp cooker because the fabric was just too long to do in the kitchen. They were great photos, I wish you could have seen them. The cotton fabric was specifically chosen as it's an easier fabric to do gradient dyes on. If you try and do a gradient dye on a synthetic fibre, you may find difficulties. Synthetic is a mofo to work with. Cotton was also chosen specifically over synthetic fibres to refer back to Bulbasaur being a grass-type Pokemon, so we're just keeping it all within the lore and all the gorgeousness. All the hems on the all the hems ever actually are done with a French seam to reduce risk of fraying. Additionally, the hem along the bottom of the skirt has a what's the word? Horsehair braiding. That too, to give it that like lettuce leafy look to the edge of it, instead of giving it like a big massive whirl. Oh my god, I'm getting time shamed. The wing was beautifully gradient dyed. All of the leaves are there's something called smocking, it's the devil. They all have smocking on them, they've got beadwork, they've got embroidery. Everything is incredibly accurate to the character down to where the leaves are placed. Some leaves were like very free floating, so they would nudge slightly closer to the seams and the hems to make it work. Oh god, they're shaming me. And like all the floating ones are attached to this. Like the amount of effort and detail that's put into this costume is incredible, and the fact that it's lasted 6 years is amazing. Thank you so much, Courtney, you're incredible. Alright, next up we have Jaded Cinders cosplaying Shiver from Splatoon 3. Alrighty, first up. They were originally drawn to the character Shiver as the character is non-binary, so they're really connected to that also being non-binary. They had to learn so many new skills to make this costume, it was ridiculous. The shoes, this is the second attempt, and oh my gosh, cannot believe them.
They're originally foam wedges that have been hand-painted, and then the tabi socks are attached to the shoe itself to give it that like weird seamless effect and look. It's absolutely awesome. We can't believe that they just stay there, and they haven't budged. They've done all day and con and they're still there. The pants were hand-hatted, and then the little like roughly look on the edges was an unattended effect that ended up being absolutely desired, and we love it. The shawl was, everything on this cosplay, by the way, is either recycled or upcycled fabric, except for the stuff on the wig. The wig is foam, and then the seams underneath have a lot of attention done to them because you can't see it through the fabric on top. This fabric was chosen as it looks like shiny wet water, and we absolutely love it. There's a lot of attention to details and construction done in this, and that's why it looks so effortless. It takes a lot of work to make something look flawless, and we absolutely appreciate the skills and the time that we've done. Thank you so much, you're awesome! Woo! Oh, we are lucky that it's the last person because I have been very waffly and I'm a little bit over time. Next up we have Paradonald cosplaying Shino Awarame from Naruto Shippuden.
Today I will be presenting my top 100 bugs in no specific order because all bugs are my favorite bugs. Number 1, Orchid Mantis, Argonavis Coronatus. Number 2, Papuan Green Weevil, Eupholus Scoaneri. Number 3, Picasso Moth, Beorisa Hieroglyphica. Number 4, Masked Hunter, Reduvius Personatus. Number 5, Four Knights Giant Wetted, Deinocrita Phalide. Number 6, Rhinoceros Beetle. Why is no one interested? Well, fun fact, the rhinoceros beetle can carry the equivalent of an average human lifting 65 tons. Pretty impressive, right? How could none of you appreciate bugs? They're just so cool. They can live anywhere. Their adaptations are beyond fascinating. Fruit flies were the first living beings to go to space. They're pollinators. They're the reason we're able to eat food. Speaking of pollinators, one colony of bees can produce 100 kgs of honey in a year. Even the wasp is known to get drunk by drinking fermented juice. Sounds just like Rock Lee. Honestly, nobody listens when I'm just trying to make everyone aware of just how important and interesting bugs are. See these guys? These guys right here? Cockroaches. Paraponata americana. Everyone thinks these guys are so disgusting. But they can live a month without food, 2 weeks without water, and a whole week without their head. I just don't get it. Why can't you understand?
Everybody crying. Alrighty, we really got to speed run this. We're going to start with this amazing jacket. It has a fully detachable hood. The jacket pattern was mildly altered to make sure that all of the panels and stuff and all of the hood looked amazing and incredible. The goggles were made of warbler and a pair of old sunglasses for the legs. Arms of sunglasses. There is linen lining on the underside of the headband and of the headband to account for sweaty goodness. There is mesh in the shoes for breathing. There are magnet attachments on the shirt, so it's just easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. There is a soft sheet for the lining of the undershirt, so again, nice, soft, absorbent. We are sweaty cosplayers, and that was accounted for. There are multiple pattern attempts made to make the collar get how it is and to sit up straight, to get something that gravity defying that isn't like full of foam and that still looks like, still looks like foldable and fabricy. It's incredibly hard, so a lot of attention was done to that. Put my phone on mute, ooh. There's twill tape all over the place to keep the seams tidy. There's a lot, I'm very, very naughty. The amount of effort that was put into this cosplay is just out of this world. Everything is tidy. Every seam is like precise to the T. All the top stitching is incredible. It's incredibly hard to find fault with this cosplay, and we're very proud of you. Woo! Alrighty, all of you little cosplay bros. Boost on stage now for a quick photo. Get your butts up here, like seriously. Like, I'm very naughty, that was very naughty. Please come now. Come on, little cosplays, come. Seriously, come here. Get on the stage. Get your butts on stage. We're out of time. Up here, get it beautiful. I was very naughty and very waffly. I apologise profusely to the cosplay parade after this, which you're all staying for. Yes, good. Alright, shuffle along all the way, bros, all the way. Some people are going to have to take levels and heights. It's incredible how many cosplay entries we had this year, and which made the judging incredibly difficult as well. Alrighty, if you can take a level, take a level. There are a lot of you. There we go. Scoot, scoot, scoot. We're all family, we're all friends. Get in with it. Come on. Squish. Squish, my lovely, squish. Somebody take a knee in the front. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, quick photo. Snap, snap, snap. Big round of applause for our entries. Are we good? Do you have everything? We have everything? Okay, we can get on off so I can announce the winners. Get on out of here. Stopping me from waffling either, and why I ran so over time. Alrighty. I'm so sorry guys to make this like so short and sweet, it's my fault. Alrighty, so Sean, when you get here, you get here. So first up, we have the Novice Award. This is for somebody who has made maybe 1 to 3 cosplays, and the effort they've put in and the amazing construction they've put in just absolutely blew us away. So we wanted to award them for that. And the Novice Award goes to PetalParks! Again, this is their second cosplay and just, it's so tiny, it makes me angry. Oh, alrighty, so next up for third place in the construction category is Teal Sam! Woo! The effort, it's so tiny and it just defies gravity, and we were absolutely blown away with the construction on this. We are so proud of you and how amazing this came out. Alright, second place in the construction category goes towards Tsun! Just to remind you, your first fully made cosplay. It's so, everything is so tiny and detailed and like so much effort was put in, and we were like beyond blown away. It's so, so beautiful. Alrighty, so we're going to go first place in the construction category and then first overall winner, which is the skit winner. So skit construction, again 50-50, very big, lots of lovelies. Alright, first place award in the construction category goes towards Paradol! Please don't squash your cockroaches from now on, guys. It'll make Chino cry. And our overall skit construction winner this year is Chaos Cosplay! Absolutely incredible. Oh no, I forgot something very, very important. Oh god, and it's deep in my email. So there were actually like more than just certificates up for grabs here. First and second prize, the cash prizes were sponsored by NZ Dice Game. We got sponsors, guys. We're getting fancy over here. And apologies for getting. So there was a $400 award for the skit competitor, a $300 for first, $200 for second, and $100 for third. Absolutely out of our minds. We love you so much. Thank you so much. And like, you guys can show up next year for the competition. And we'll hopefully get the whole hour so I can ramble off as much as I want. Get your photos of your amazing winners.